Fairy Tail is back, and we actually start out with a flashback. We get to see the world's first wizard guild start, which is insane that the first guild started 100 years ago. Yeah, so the Old Man's Guild, Mega Dragon, was the first wizard guild ever made. The thing is that wizardry has been a common part of society for, centuries, if not thousands of years. I know if you go back 400 years ago, it's the time of Zareth, which was the time of ancient magic, lost magic, and pretty much you had universities and colleges of wizardry. But did they go through a dark age in between that time period, 400 to 100 years ago? Where wizardry became lost and bad. That gap in time isn't really explained because wizards were held up as scholars. But now, based on what we are hearing 100 years ago, is that they were seen as the villains. Yeah, so all the first members of the guild are all celebrating that they now have a safe place to be and now have protection and the ability to protect each other from witch hunts. What exactly happened that led to this? Was it the death of all the dragons by Acnologia? Did his genocide lead the world to basically now hate wizards? Because they no longer had the enemy of the dragons, now they could focus on people who were stronger than them, magically? I'm kind of confused about this. What happened in 300 years that led to this weird change in the world? Yeah, so all the wizards are celebrating the fact they're now a group together, but Elsevina basically tells them, yeah, we're not just some ragtag group of wizards, we are a guild. We are going to be part of society. And the rest of them are like, wait, what? We're going to be part of society? They hate us, and we kind of hate them. Why wouldn't we ever do that? So he explained to them that magic was not given to them to control people or to hurt people or to do anything like that. It was given to them so they can do great deeds and help people and create a better world for everyone else so they can then live in a better world. And he shows them the first ever request ever given to a guild where a lady needs help and the only thing that can solve the problem is magic. And in exchange, they'll be paid. And apparently everyone is super excited about this. And so this becomes basically how guilds and wizards become more legitimate in society. As they're more successful in helping people, more requests are made, they do more good, more wizards show up and join the guild, and this process continues on and on. Kind of feel bad for him because everything he worked hard for kind of blows up in his face immediately when those wizard guilds start to go to war with each other and basically create massive conflict during Mavis's time period. In just 20 years. Obviously, the Magic Council and other organizations like that are established, proper countries are made, and, his dream for a guild to operate the way he believes it should be operated does eventually happen, but the world goes through a rocky start. Yeah, so a dragon apparently just shows up one day, right in front of a bunch of his guild mates, and they are just wiped out, fucking killed. Only one survives with critical injuries. And the reason why is because dragons are immune to magic, so nothing they did worked. But this warning really didn't work because the other wizards within the guild wanted revenge for their killed friends, and they all went after the dragon and died. Elsevina then, of course, learned about a lost magic, Dragon Slayer magic, and him and his guildmates decided to research it and unlock its secrets. Irene's actually really impressed that he was able to self-teach himself Dragon Slayer magic, and without an enchantment. He's one of the few people who brought back her magic. So, he successfully learned Dragon Slayer magic, as we all know, but around that time when he was fighting off the dragons and keeping his guild safe, that's when the 6 dragon gods showed up. Moon, fire, water, wood, gold, and earth. Apparently, this started a small war. When I say small, I mean hundreds of thousands of wizards apparently were killed by these 6 dragons. It's kind of absurd to just think about just how much devastation and destruction just a few dragons can cause. So, he personally fought with Dogon, and Dogon, of course, ate his heart. We know this, and then Dogon decided to then split his power into a bunch of orbs, turn himself into a labyrinth, which would then slowly unlock the power of the Law Dragon's heart, so he can then figure out, so him and Ignil can finish their plan, or whatever it is. After losing his heart, he couldn't really fight anymore, so he put out a quest to other guilds. 10 years passed, 50 years passed, 100 years, and everyone who tried failed. But now, the members of Fairy Tail, Natsu's team, have already sealed 2 of the dragon gods and killed one. So, things are working out quite well. Elsevina does still complain that Selena is right there, another one of the dragon gods he wants to get rid of. But Selena ensures him that she's already dead. Yeah, so obviously everyone is surprised about this statement because they assume she healed her wound, but she reveals that any injury caused by a dragon to another dragon cannot be healed. which makes sense why Dragon Slayer magic works. Having all the hacks in the world, but then your weakness being that you can't heal when you are actually critically injured. It's weird. She seems so open about the fact that she's gonna die, and she doesn't seem to be really concerned about it. Also, she decides to correct Elfsmeda by telling him that she actually likes humans. Yeah, so he can't believe this, but she assures him that no, it's true. The only reason she killed those humans was because they attacked her. They were her enemies. It didn't matter if they were human, animal, or dragon. You attack her, she killed you. And she explains why she likes humans. They're foolish, they might be violent, they kill each other, but at the same time, they create society, they build, they love each other. They're a lot like dragons in her eyes. So yeah, in her opinion, dragons and humans are the two species on the planet that are most alike. This sentiment actually puts a smile on everyone's faces, and because, well, they agree. So yeah, she finally tries to get Elfsmeda to understand that the age of dragons is over. She's accepted that, and she actually wants to live as a human. And that's why she wanted the weapon. She needed to specifically kill Igna and Veneros, the golden dragon god, because those two in no way agree with her about humans. Which makes sense. The water dragon god was, you know, pretty cool with humans. The wood dragon god was asleep, so she didn't really have to care about him. She did get him to be woken up and then taken out while he was still, you know, drowsy. And then, well, Darmagon, she knew how to kill him too. So yeah, it makes sense why she needed a weapon to kill the last two, because they were fully awake and they had apparently no weaknesses, at least none that she knows about. So after the bath, Selene and Suzaku have a chat outside. Suzaku apparently wants to apologize about Selene's son and the fact that he ate him, but Selene says, I've already moved on. She's accepted his death. She doesn't blame him. She already killed the man who killed him. And Suzaku actually reminds her of her son, so she's actually quite content. And this is something I did not see coming. Selene then says she has one last job she needs to do before she dies. And apparently the person she's going to help her with that job is Irene, because apparently she can see Irene. And apparently because someone else other than Wendy can see her, Irene decides to put some clothes on. Now here's the thing, Irene's abilities are just broken as fuck, so what she can do for Selene, I have no idea, because it could literally be almost anything. It could be just help her find the weapon, but that just seems too obvious. Since Irene is the mother of Dragon Slayer magic, she probably could, theoretically, find a way for the 5th generation Dragon Slayers to go into Dragon Force without churning, which would be a massive boon. But I doubt that's it either. Selene clearly has something intended for her and her goal. Whatever it is, it's probably going to lead them to interact with Golden Owl Guild, and that's where how the next arc is going to start. And now we're finally going to get to a point where we're in conflict with the Golden Dragon. I mean, that would be the most efficient, easiest way to get us started on the next arc, is to use Irene. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you enjoy more Fairy Tail and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.